we'll begin question and answer right away. We're going to start Paige to your left in the second row center. Aggie, go ahead.
Maggie Vanoni.
Yeah, go for it.
Go ahead.
Okay, Maggie Vanoni, CT Insider. Paige, congratulations. You got emotional up there talking about your teammates. How has the Husky teammates and UConn just prepared you for this moment in this next chapter?
Yeah, they mean everything to me. All that they've helped me get through, all the ups and downs, the highs and lows. They've seen every side of me, and the love there is unconditional. So just forever grateful for them. I want to cherish that relationship for the rest of my life, and I wouldn't be here without them. So I just want to show a state of gratitude to them.
All right, next question will come from the left toward the rear of the room in the blue.
Hey Paige, Doug Feinberg, the AP. I'm sure you dreamed about this moment as a kid at some point. How does this compare in real life to what you would thought it would be like?
A lot faster than I thought, just going up there, getting the jersey. But super surreal, like I've been talking about, just so grateful to be here. I don't want to take this for granted. I've been focusing a lot about being present and being where my feet are. So to be at this stage, to be here, to have a lot of my supporters here and people who've helped me get here, it just means everything to me.
We're going to stay in the center of the room toward the middle, in the back.
Maddie Penny, right here, with the New York Post. You were known to go #1 this entire time, but still, when you actually hear your name called, what was going through your mind, and the hugs that you had with Azzi and Geno, just what was that moment like?
Yeah, I mean, you don't ever want to assume anything in life. Nothing is guaranteed. Sort of for this moment to be here, and it actually happened. It's nerve-wracking. You just have a level of excitement, nervousness, bittersweet feeling knowing that my journey at UConn's over, but excited for the next one to begin. So, and to be able to share that moment with the people sitting at my table and also the people not sitting at my table, they played a huge role in it. Just happiness and joy.
Paige, we're going to stay in the center of the room, row 2.
Hi, Paige. Congratulations on being drafted. I'm curious if you could take us through some of your pre-draft conversations with the Wings and what gives you confidence that this is going to be a place that will allow you to have a successful WNBA career.
Yeah, honestly, the conversations were brief, but just for them to know, or them to know that I'm coming in and wanting to give everything I have to that organization. We have established that there's new levels of standards that are going to be set in play, and there's a new GM, there's a new coach, new assistant coach, a whole new team. So we're excited for that new fresh start. It's not a rebuild, it's just a build from where we are. And excited for the new arena, the new practice facility, and conversations with the CEO, the GM. We're excited for the future, and we only think the best is ahead.
Paige, all the way to your left, standing in the back.
Hey, Ben Pickman with The Athletic right here. You were at BAM last year at the WNBA Draft just as a fan. What do you just remember about that experience, and how did that compare to this year? And also, when you woke up this morning, just how did you feel?
Yeah, last year was definitely a different role, just in the supporting cast role, just being so extremely happy for Nika and Aaliyah to see them live out their childhood dreams, and especially coming in with them as freshmen to go through that entire journey together, and for them to get rewarded like that was extremely great to be a part of. And this time it's super different, just being in those shoes where Nika and Aaliyah were last year, but also again having my supporting cast here, and everyone that's meant so much to me. I know there's a lot of people at home and wherever they are that deserve to be here. So just super grateful for both experiences.
Paige, to your right in the second row center.
Hi, Paige. Brooke with the Players Tribune. What message do you have for the Wings fans, and what kind of player can they expect to see this coming season?
Yeah, I'm just extremely excited to be there. I've only heard great things about the city. So excited to start that new chapter and be in a new city, explore that, and give everything I have to the Wings organization. I know we're going to do great things, and it's a fresh start, and I think we're all ready to do something special. So just extremely grateful that they took the pick on me. I can see the city has great love for that pick, and we're just super excited for the future.
Paige, second row in the center, right in the middle, second row. Annie?
Hi, Annie Costable, Front Office Sports. I'm curious, there's been a lot of discussion already about your salary with Unrivaled. Will that impact your desire at all to maybe participate in the Players Union, be a player rep in your rookie season?
Yeah, I think those are conversations I'm continuing to have, what that looks like to be a player rep, but I definitely want to be in those rooms, have those conversations, be a voice for the players and stand up for us. Just knowing what that takes and knowing what that will be if I do that, I think those are conversations I'm continuing to have.
Okay, Paige, all the way to the right in the third row.
Hey,
Last
Paige.
one on the aisle.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The last 8 days have been a complete whirlwind, I can imagine. What has that been like for you going back and forth between New York, the parade yesterday, and how would you describe just what this whole process has been like after leaving Tampa?
Yeah, it's been fun. I'm glad New York and Storrs are pretty close to each other because it's been a lot of back and forth, but it's like one part of me wants to stay at school, celebrate with the team, be with them, enjoy the last moments of being in Storrs, and the other part of me has to get ready for the next chapter. So it's been a lot of back and forth, but I'm running on great fumes, grateful fumes, and wouldn't trade it for anything. The life that I'm living, I'm extremely blessed, but it's been a very blessed week, regardless of the outcomes, the circumstances. I'm blessed and highly favored.
Paige, second row center.
Paige, first off, congratulations. My question would be for the next generation of UConn Huskies, what would be your advice for them playing on the biggest stage and kind of that leadership component when it comes to this program?
To be present, to be where your feet are. There's a lot of pressures and expectations that come with playing at UConn. But just win every day that's in front of you. Don't worry about the future. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about your mistakes. Don't worry about anything but what you're doing in that moment and making the most of that day, winning that day, conquering that day, and just be where your feet are.
Paige, to your right in the third row.
Hi, Paige. Congratulations. I'm Leo Chano with Mail Sport up here. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Congrats again. Some of the players in the WNBA you obviously had some history with in the college ranks, and now that you're in the W, are there any particular players that you're looking forward to playing against that you haven't before, or any people that you're looking to meet again in the pro ranks?
All of my former teammates that I used to play with, Nika, Aaliyah, Liv, a few others. Those are definitely the ones that I'm most excited about.
One more question from the room for a moment before I do have to jump to Zoom. Paige, front row center left.
Hi, Paige. Congratulations. I want to ask you about the undeniable impact you have on young people and especially young girls. I actually asked some of my friends who are fans of you to talk about why they love you and why they're fans, and they said you inspire them as athletes, you encourage them to persevere through challenges, and they're just proud of you and the journey you've been on. What is it like for you to know the impact that you have on young people?
It means everything. I aspire to be a great role model. I have 3 younger siblings myself, so to be a great role model, to be somebody that people look up to and find a good influence on is extremely important. I know through the injuries and all the setbacks and the ups and downs, I've tried to use that as motivation to show people that they can get through it too and even come back on the other side better. And just to share my faith, share how that has impacted and changed my life, and continue to be a great role model for the next generation.
Okay, I want to jump to Zoom for a moment, to Dallas, to Robert. Robert, go ahead.
Thank you. Pam, Paige, welcome to Dallas. My question for you is you're joining a team that has a solid core and new dynamic with you being on the team. So I'm curious how excited you are to play for Dallas and being in a marketplace that's just as passionate as New England and the UConn Huskies.
Yeah, Dallas is a sports city, so I'm super excited for the support, the new wave of being there, being in a new city, being with a new team, and conquering those challenges as a group. But super excited to be there. We've got great pieces, a great ownership, great GMs, great coaches. So the entire organization from up to down, I'm extremely excited for it.
Paige, to your right, all the way in the front row.
Hi, Paige. This is Chris from the Chris Gunther Show. Congratulations on being selected #1. What can you express about this draft class and what this means for women's basketball moving forward?
Yeah, I think this draft class is amazing. I think there's a lot of college stars and the overseas stars as well, but we just have a passion and a love for the game. And I think the new wave and generation of basketball players are bringing so much to the game. But obviously off the foundation that the players before us have built. So we're just continue to try to grow the game, expand the game, bring the viewership from the college game to the WNBA. And so I think we're all extremely excited as a draft class.
All right, we have time for just a couple more. Where'd I go? I'm sorry, Paige, right here, front row to your right.
Paige, congratulations.
Thank you.
How does it feel knowing that your new teammates are so excited to play with you? Arike's expressed it on social, and then also I spoke with Dijonai earlier, and she said she would love to have a player like you as her teammate.
Yeah, just to feel loved, to feel supported. It means everything. I can't wait to play in that system, to play with that team, to embrace that new city. And so to be in a place that you're loved and wanted, that's very important.
Nick, Paige, all the way to your left in the third row, last on the aisle.
Hi, Paige. Congratulations. Tiana Randall Forbes. Your stepbrother wrote on social media that you guys were just doing runs every day in the summer growing up. What are who are some other people that helped you really develop your game that we wouldn't expect other than PTs and trainers, etc.?
Yeah, that's a good question. Definitely him. We played a lot of one-on-one growing up at the park. And then my old teammate, KK Adams from Hopkins, we used to bike and scooter to the park almost every day and always play. But yeah, I mean, there's so many people. Chauncey Hollingsworth was one of my trainers that trained me in high school. Reed Ouse was another one. I mean, there's so many people that contributed to the love for the game at such a young age. But yeah, I mean, my stepbrother Randy, he was one of the huge ones.
All right, this will be our last question, Paige, center row left.
Congrats, Paige. Question for you in the sneaker world. Obviously a big, ton of momentum in the sneaker world, in women's basketball specifically. Obviously you're signed to Nike. The sneaker world is dying to know when can we expect the Paige 1 signature shoe, and what can you tell us about what the process of working with Nike's been like?
Yeah, I have no idea. Just based off staying in the moment, I haven't even thought about those conversations, nor have we started those. But there's a lot of people in line for that deserve it as well. So whatever happens in the future, we'll see. But it's been great working with Nike. They invest so much in me and women's basketball and women's sports. So it's been great to have that partnership. They've done a lot of stuff with me creatively as well in the lifestyle department, not just basketball. They have a great creative team who comes up with great ideas. And they've just been very supportive of me, and it was easy. It could have been easy to give up on me going through all the injuries and go to someone else that didn't have that history, but they stuck with me, and I'm extremely grateful for that.
Paige, thank you.
Dallas is hot as hell. Stay hydrated in the summer. Give a good advice.